Hi everyone, it's Jung here for Hip Kit Club. Today I'm making a layout using the September 2019 Hip Kits, and I was challenged to use multiple cut files on my layout. So I went ahead and cut these cut files on both orange and white cardstock because I wasn't sure which I wanted to use. These are Hip Kit Club exclusive cut files that will be available soon. One says cute little pumpkin and it has a pumpkin attached. And then I cut the separate pumpkin twice and I sized them a little bit differently. I went ahead and chose the white cardstock version and I backed them with that Dear Lizzie pattern paper. Since I'm going to be using white cardstock for my background and I chose to use that white cut file piece, it was hard to read the cute little part because it was white on white, so I needed something on my background. I decided I wanted to do a little bit of dry brush painting, and so I mixed some of that Vicki Boutin acrylic paint that we've gotten several color kits ago with some white gesso just to tone it down a bit. I wanted a very light pink color. And then I'm not going to add any water to my brush. I'm just going to dry brush it so you can see the little strokes. I really like the texture that the dry brushing adds, especially on textured cardstock. I went ahead and took it off camera and added some back and forth machine stitching. I like the texture that it adds, and I find that it helps to flatten out the warping from mixed media. Although I didn't get much warping at all, especially since I didn't add water to the paint. I decided I wanted to add some interest to my layout, and so I decided to use this Dear Lizzie pattern paper and back just two sides of it. The colors match perfectly, so I went ahead and added some machine stitching to the edges. I'm going to start laying things out on the page. Of course, the cut file is one of my focal points besides the photo. And then I'm using these fussy cut flowers. I cut them out from a Dear Lizzie pattern paper and I love the sketchy vibe of these flowers. This photo has been sitting in my to be scrapped pile for quite a while now. It was her first Halloween and she's only about a week old. It's my youngest daughter and she's about to turn 3, so I am definitely happy to have this photo scrapped, and when I saw the cute little pumpkin cut file, I knew it would be perfect for this photo. I'm going to have a look through my kits to see what else I would want to add to my layouts. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I like to keep my embellishments to a minimum, so I'm not looking for too much, but I know I definitely want to back my photo. I really like to use the Pocket Life cards for that. They're a perfect size, and that card right there is perfect for my color scheme. I'm trying to stick to pinks, yellows, oranges, maybe a little bit of that tomato red. I can't believe it's almost Halloween again already this year. I feel like I just scrapped their costume photos from last year. Do your kids already know what they want to be for Halloween? My two youngest girls decided that they both want to be witches, and luckily their costumes coordinate. They're both black and orange, so the photos should turn out really cute, and I'm going to, of course, love scrapping those photos. So what I'm doing, I added that Grateful tab. That's from the Paige Evans ephemera pack, and then I'm going to layer that Pocket Life card behind. Now that I have a general idea of where I want everything to go, I'm going to go ahead and start adhering things to the layout. So I'm going to use this really thin foam tape to adhere my photo first, and of course I'm using my T-square ruler for that. Since there is paint and all that machine stitching on my background, I want to make sure that I'm using strong adhesive and I'm using enough of it. I'm just making sure that I leave myself enough room for the flowers and the leaves. And then when I put the cute little pumpkin back on, I felt like I still needed something behind that cut file next to the photo, and so I decided to put a journaling card there. I needed a spot to put my journaling anyway, so it turned out really well. I just trimmed the little portion of white off the bottom because I didn't want any white behind the cut file. Now I'm just going to draw myself some wonky lines and handwrite my journaling. Once I'm finished, I'm going to adhere it to my layout using the same foam squares, and I'm also going to adhere the cute little pumpkin cut file. I just cut really thin slivers of the foam tape and put it towards the bottom of the pumpkin. So the part that says cute little is not adhered down at all, but it just adds to the dimension. And I didn't want to forget the little dot for the eye, so I went back to my cut mat and I peeled it up and just glued it to that journaling card. I went ahead and added that flower and the 2 extra pumpkins to the layout with the foam tape. And now that the basic structure of my layout is done, I'm just going to find extra little things to embellish it. I'm going to add a few more of those fussy cut flowers. And then I'm looking through the Paige Evans puffy stickers, and I thought this cute little squirrel would be cute on this layout. Next, I'm going to pick out a few phrase stickers from the Dear Lizzie collection. I really love phrase stickers. Those are one of my favorite embellishments to get. I'm going to have a look through the Pink Fresh Studio Office Hours collection, and even though this collection is geared more to work, office, or school, you can often find things that will work on any layout. I use this Remember This tab, and the color works perfectly, and of course I want to remember my daughter's first Halloween. I pulled out this Dear Lizzie sticker sheet, and all the stickers have kind of like a shiny, iridescent finish to them. I'm just going to use some of the hearts because the colors match my color scheme. I'm going to go ahead and add my date. I usually add my date towards the end so I know I'm finishing up. I'm going to add a couple of these Dear Lizzie epoxy stickers. And of course I chose the ones that fit the color scheme. I like that it adds just that little bit of shine to the layout, so it could add even more texture. I'm going to add a little bit of stamping to finish off my layout. If you notice, to the left of the journaling card, I added a few more of those fussy cut Dear Lizzie flowers. I really like that this stamp adds some of that sketchiness that I said that I liked about the flowers. And in fact, I'm going to take a pen in a minute and just doodle on some dots, and that finishes off my layout. I hope you liked my process video and are inspired to try some of these techniques. Don't forget to stop by the Hip Kit Club website to check out these cut files as well as the September and even October hip kits. I will leave the link in the info bar below. Please like and subscribe to the Hip Kit Club channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.